Opening hook spoken calmly, intimately, and with curiosity. Have you ever felt it? That strange, almost magical moment when you think of someone and they text you, call you, or show up in your life like they felt your thoughts tugging at them from miles away? You pause, you stare at the screen, and your heart skips a beat, doesn't it? But here's the truth nobody tells you. That moment wasn't random. It wasn't coincidence. And no, you're not crazy. What you felt was real. Because thoughts, especially the ones soaked in emotion, are not just private little secrets echoing in your head. They're energy. They travel, they land, and most importantly, they connect. In today's video, I'm going to take you into the invisible world that shapes your relationships, without you even realizing it. I'll show you why that person is suddenly dreaming of you, why they wake up in the middle of the night thinking about a conversation you never had, and how you, yes, you, can use this energy to draw them back into your life without chasing, begging, or saying a single word. But listen closely, because if you send the wrong kind of energy, you could be silently pushing them away, even while doing everything right. This isn't just about love. This is about power. The power to attract, to reconnect, and to be unforgettable. And if you stay with me to the end, you'll see how easy it is to flip that internal switch most people don't even know they have. So take a breath, settle in, because this could change everything. Scene transition, gently build momentum with relatability and curiosity. Most people walk through life thinking their thoughts are harmless, like whispers locked inside their minds. But the truth? Every emotion, every memory, every heart-fluttering thought about someone, it broadcasts. You're transmitting energy with every heartbeat, like a radio station you didn't even know you were hosting. And someone out there, the one on your mind, they're tuned in more often than they even realize. Ever thought of someone only to have them call you a few hours later? That's not fantasy, that's frequency. We're energetic beings whether we believe in it or not. Our hearts pulse with signals, our minds echo with intention, and our bodies, they feel more than logic can ever explain. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but your thoughts, they're the invitation. SEO-driven subtopic: why they think about you when you're not around. So what happens when someone you haven't seen in weeks suddenly thinks about you while sipping their morning coffee? What makes them pause mid-laugh, mid-sentence, mid-life? Because your name just floated into their thoughts like a feather caught in a breeze. They don't know where it came from, but they feel it. Your energy, your emotion, your silent message slipped through the cracks of their mind like sunlight through closed blinds. And in that moment, they remember you, not just with their mind, with their body, their breath, their heart. They wonder, are they okay? Why am I thinking about them right now? But the question they never ask out loud is the one that matters most. What are they feeling about me? Because that's the signal they're receiving, not just the memory of you, but the frequency you're sending, whether it's longing, regret, hope, or confidence. Build tension, introduce stakes and consequences. And here's the part most people get dangerously wrong. They think if they just think harder, it will bring someone closer. So they obsess, they overanalyze, they stalk social media, check last seen, reread old messages like scripture. And all of that energy, the fear, the desperation, the ache, it leaks out like a toxic mist. You're not just sending thoughts at that point, you're sending panic. And nobody feels safe in the presence of panic. Think about it. Would you run into a burning house to find comfort? Number you'd stay away, even if someone you loved was inside. That's what your energy does when you're spiraling. It burns. And they pull away, not because they don't care, but because something inside them whispers, not safe right now. Cliffhanger setup, the turning point. But what if you could change that? What if, without even speaking, you could make them feel safe again, warm again, drawn to you like gravity, without force, without pressure, just a natural, magnetic pull? What if you could become the one person who calms their storm, the one who crosses their mind in the quietest moments and makes their heart ache in the best possible way? In the next section of this video, I'll show you exactly how. The shift is simple, but the impact, unforgettable. And once you master this, you'll never have to chase again. You'll become the one they think about at night, the one they dream of during the day, the one whose energy feels like home. Part 2, flipping the inner switch, becoming magnetic again. Soft transition spoken with intimacy and confidence. So, how do you flip that switch? How do you go from someone they used to know to someone they can't stop thinking about without ever saying a word? It starts with something most people overlook, something simple, quiet, invisible, but it changes everything. It's not a text. It's not a ritual. It's not even a trick. It's alignment, emotional alignment. And if you've been wondering why they haven't reached out, why you're stuck in this emotional waiting room with no updates, no closure, it's probably because you haven't aligned yet. You're still trying to send a message, when the real power lies in becoming the signal itself. SEO segment, how to attract someone energetically without contact. Let's break it down. When you're missing someone, longing for them, or hoping they'll text you back, your thoughts start looping. You replay conversations. You fantasize about apologies, reunions, redemption. And in your heart, there's noise, static, chaos. But when you shift, when you start showing up to your own life like you are the one worth missing, your energy changes. You go from a chasing frequency to a pulling one. From please see me to I see myself. In that shift, it's magnetic. They feel it. Without warning, they start getting flashes of you. Little emotional echoes, a smile they miss, a scent in the air that reminds them of your presence, a song that hits differently now, and they don't know why, but suddenly, you're back in their awareness, not as a memory, but as a presence. This is how energetic attraction works, through emotional coherence. When your inner world becomes peaceful, self-validated, powerful, your outer world starts reflecting that same peace. And people, they can't help but feel safe in your frequency. Cliffhanger moment, the hidden mistake that blocks them from reaching out. But here's the twist. Most people sabotage this without realizing it. They do the meditations. They say the affirmations. They try to let go. But deep down, they're still attached to the outcome, still secretly hoping every silent day is followed by a text. And that hope, while human, is also heavy. It clings. It chokes the signal. It says, I'm not whole until you come back. I'll be fine once you remember me. But that vibration, it doesn't attract. It repels. So the real question isn't, how do I make them text me? It's, what part of me still believes I need them in order to feel enough? Because that's the part we need to heal. And once you do, the energy shifts. They feel it. And whether they admit it or not, they miss you in ways they can't explain. But how do you actually heal that invisible thread without cutting it? That's what we'll explore next. Because once you release the emotional grip without closing the door, that's when the magic happens. That's when the universe steps in, and so do they.